Mrs. Sulochana Ramaseshan, Honorable Justice Vimala of the Madras High Court, dignitaries on the dais, my dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to be here this evening at the 25th anniversary of ExNoRa. I know the beginnings of ExNoRa when Nirmal had a very simple idea of involving people in keeping the city clean. 25 years ago, and even today to an extent, the people of Madras were known to be of Chennai. I belong to Madras. People of Chennai were known to be very apathetic. You know, they were critical of a lot of things, but they never did very much themselves. Nirmal got them out of their homes. I think that was his biggest achievement. The mobilization of people's power. And if today we are celebrating 25 years of ExNoRa, we are celebrating 25 years of MB Nirmal and his contribution to our city. We are all Chennaians, we are all Madrasis, so let us be very proud of another Madrasi who has done so much for our city of Chennai. ExNoRa was a unique concept at its time. Today, for young people, you're seeing it all over. It's something you expect, it's common. 25 years ago, nobody thought it was possible. And this is at a time when we were all fighting to save the environment. And I think it is best described by one of the handbills which I saw. People's resource is the best of all, which can be tapped by people's participation. It is 100% achieved through social mobilization, ensuring social contribution, which in no time can be converted as social capital for societal development. And this is ExNoRa's formula to transform the society. Mr. Nirmal has been talking about everybody thinking out of the box, being creative and so on. I think I'm going to talk about you. Whenever there was no solution, he thought out of the box. Or he brought in people to give solutions. That is the greatness of a person who doesn't say, I know all the answers. Because no human being can know all the answers. He brought in people. Somebody would say, oh, I live on the 5th floor. I can't compost my waste. So he got somebody to develop some kind of a dabba in which waste could be composted even on the 5th floor in your own balcony, veranda, and so on. And wherever there was a problem, a solution. Children were scared to go to closed toilets. So he changed the concept of toilet to toilet. And he put toys and the children played and they were happy to go. So this is thinking out of the box and this is what he has achieved. One minister, central government minister, has called India the garbage capital of the world. And I'm sorry to say this is very true. I travel a lot and there are few places I haven't visited. And in the poorest parts of Africa, Tanzania, Ethiopia, which has nothing, it is still clean. You can walk on the streets. You can go to a public toilet and it's clean. And I can't do that over here. We should be ashamed of ourselves. What is the use of our education and our wealth and our going into the first world and so on, development and all, if we cannot have our basics correct, if we cannot have our streets garbage free. We talk about the beautiful East Coast Road. You have to look beyond the garbage at the sea to see the beauty. Because if you look just down out of your car, you see garbage. And this is what Nirmal has always tried to tackle. The biggest environmental problem today, which is garbage, whether it's plastic waste or whatever waste. Look what we are doing to Pallikarnai Marsh. 150 of our water bodies in Chennai were filled with garbage and then sold to builders who have put up multi-story buildings. I mean, lake area, what a beautiful name, but where's the lake? No lake. So this is what we have permitted our city to become. And I think mobilizing people is what Nirmal has achieved in a very, very great way. And this is what is totally necessary. Because unless the people show their power, we are right now going through our elections, and we are showing our power by electing whoever we want. So similarly, even for garbage, even for the cleanliness of our city, and I talk primarily about that and not even about the plantations and so on and other things, because we first need a clean road, a clean city. Sometimes I can't, there are places in Chennai where I can't walk on the streets. I get out of my car and I have to literally jump over sewage, raw sewage, garbage, so on. This is something we should all be ashamed about, and this is what Nirmal has tried to tackle. He brought in the concept of neighborhoods, where the neighborhood got together to try and clean their area. If each one of us kept our area clean, we don't have to worry. Of course, this is also a failure of governance, because, at every point, people have to find a solution. You don't have electricity, so we put on generators. You don't have proper security, so we have gated communities. You don't have people to clean the garbage, so we start doing it. Any case, at least for our own good health, let's do it, because finally health is the most important thing. What is the use of all the wealth in the world if we are not healthy? Here we have Sultan Bhai, Dr. Sultan Ismail, who has done so much towards propagating the idea of composting of waste. And that is something that Nirmal took from street to street, literally in Chennai. So I'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Nirmal, for the way you have contributed to making our city a better place. Finally, I'd like to end by saying that we have one earth. We are fighting a war against nature. This is not a war that we can win. We may win small battles, cut down a few trees, put up a few buildings, make a lot of money on it, fine. In the long run, we are going to lose. The earth can survive without us. We cannot survive without the earth. Let us remember that. That is why our ancients gave sanctity. That is why we had sacred groves, Koval Kadahal. We had sacred tanks, Koval Kolam, in front of every temple. We revered animals. We revered every aspect of our environment. Rivers. Ganga was not just Ma Ganga, but she was a goddess herself. And so on. Kaveri is a goddess. Talakaveri, there's a temple to Kaveri. And yet, we go and pollute. Why did they call them all sacred? So that we would preserve them. We would protect them. So that we would realize that they're so sacred, they are essential for us. We are forgetting this. So I would like you all to think about it and think about trying to renew our contract with nature and look after it. And I'd like to end by congratulating Mr. Nirmal and all the ExNoRans who have done a wonderful job for our beautiful city of Chennai. Thank you.